but I don't know their credits. So our first comedian, she's really funny. She was on First Nations Comedy Experience. She's Muskogee. Please give it up for Sheila Chalakee.
Hello again. Hi. Was anybody here last year? Woo! So you know what you're in for. Welcome back. And for those of you who weren't, it's fine. Be a surprise. Don't tell them. So fun fact about me, I was born single. And everybody keeps asking me, like, are you still single? And I think it's weird that they expect me to give up my birthright. And I have a friend, and she's super romantic. And she said, Sheila, it's just like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You just have to keep going. But for me, it's been like trying to find a piece of hay in a stack of needles. It's just really painful. And the more you let poke you, the greater risk of infection. She said I need to write a letter to my future husband, and I have writer's block. But so far, I've come up with, you're late. So, I'm from Muskogee Nation of Oklahoma. I don't even know what that is, but thanks. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that. And we're a matrilineal society. For those of you who don't know what that means, it's matriarchy is where we traced our lineage through the women's line. We inherited land. When the husband married, he married into the women's family, and women participated in, you're not gonna believe this, politics. So every cell in my body just knows that all of this is bullshit. You know how some people are genetically predisposed to diabetes? I'm genetically predisposed to be the boss and diabetes. I did try relationships before. I was with a guy for 12 years. He was a husband. He was a white guy, and if any of you guys have ever experienced American history, white guys and Native women, you know this is not going to end well. We had a daughter, a marriage, and he cheated on me with a relative, one of his relatives. I told you I was from Oklahoma. But listen, forgiveness is really important to me, and I've really worked on this, and I just want you to know that I've since forgiven her, and I actually talk to her almost nearly every day, only because she's dead. Thanks for the jokes, Kim. I talked to him too recently. For those of you who were here last year, you know that I went to law school, and I did. I have a master's in legal studies in Indigenous people's law. So, one clap, thank you. It's the most expensive piece of artwork I own, it's fine. I'm still doing nothing with it a year later, it's okay. One clap was appropriate. He called me because he got fired. I'm not in human resources, but he wanted some legal advice. And I told him Rogaine. But listen, getting fired is stressful. There's no reason to be bald about it. So, that was a long time ago. I've put all of that behind me, and I tried to have a serious relationship with a guy And in order to be his girlfriend, he was sort of giving me the talk of what the expectations were. And he was like, I forbid you. And I'm like, wait. Hold on a minute. This guy, he was Christian. I asked him if he's ever read Genesis, Adam and Eve. I was like, sir, not since the very first woman as forbidding us to do anything ever worked, but okay. Give Pandora the box. He said, I forbid you to talk about me on stage. So his name is Joe. Last name starts with a K. I was like, sir, your name is literally Joke. He stalked me for a while, actually, after I broke things off with him. He would come to my work with flowers and lies. And he would leave, he left Christmas cards on my doorstep when I wasn't home, which was like really weird because there was no gift card in it. And I sort of knew that the whole thing was over because like, you're not serious about an apology unless you show up with cash. So I was at one of my happy places, which is the section of the bookstore, the banned books. Can't tell what you meant to do. And a guy approaches me. This is what it's like when you go into retirement and dating. Just they come out of nowhere. And he's like, I really like what I see. And I'd like to take you out. And I find you kind of terrifying. Which is why I gave him my number. You should know that dating me is dangerous. Good for you, sir. We're texting. This really happened. Bookstore guy asked me out on our very first date, and he suggests going on a walk to this real chill place. Great for kicking back and looking at the stars. I'm like, sir, you're offering to take me on a walk at the risk of you ending up in my next comedy routine. Where is this place? He was like, it's nothing creepy, but I put a mattress in the back of my van. I swear this is 100% true. So, am I crazy, or is this guy trying to out-terrify me? Like, I don't think this is gonna work because I'm the dangerous one. So I told him no, and here we are. He is in my stand-up showcase. And that's it for dudes. Thank you. I saw you guys start. Yeah. The dudes are clapping! Yes! Okay. Yeah. Dude, it's dangerous. Please stay away. Thank you so much for not going. So, New Year's Eve is coming up. And I take resolutions very seriously. 25 years ago, I became a vegetarian. And not because it was political, just because I was bored. Vegans, they think I'm one of them, and they'll come up to me, it's super political, and they're like, pigs have the intelligence of a 3-year-old human child. But kids are dumb. I saw a little boy throw a temper tantrum because his mother wouldn't let him play in traffic. And that's kind of how I've been describing American politics to people. Just please let mommy be in charge. I did have a meat eater. He's like, the broccoli has brainwaves. I don't know. I just feel like I'm serious. I just feel like broccoli is like just bored and like wants to be moving. I don't know. It feels like evolution, so I think that's okay. While we're on the subject of nature, fuck the sun. No, I know some indigenous people take the sun really seriously. I can't. It gives people like cancer. It burns people alive. Every year, we have to save it. We don't need daylight savings. It's like the most powerful thing in the solar system, second to the audacity of a white man in America. All right, I've said some controversial things about nature. Those are the people who were here last year. Fuck butterflies. Okay, listen, let me tell you why. They are nature's liars. They're the most beautiful thing out there. Do you know what they eat? And some of you are eating. Apologies in advance. They eat urine and feces and corpses. If you want to catch a butterfly, drop dead. And I just don't like being lied to. You can say what you want to about roaches, but they're honest. I've been going through tattoo removal, laser tattoo removal. It's one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. I'm saying this as someone who's gone through natural childbirth and divorcing a Republican. All anybody ever wants to know is like, what was it? Trying to make it disappear from my body. Okay, it was a fucking butterfly. It's almost gone, it's fine. Don't feel sorry for me. So, I don't talk about spirituality very often. I'm afraid of accidentally forming a cult. I'm very charismatic and I like when people give me money. But I want to tell you, I've actually been in a cult. Have you heard of the Jehovah's Witnesses? Okay, so they're the inventors of the knock-knock joke. And their whole marketing plan is like they're this doomsday cult, and they're like, you can live forever if you accept Jesus. Like, if you look around, like, the fuck would still live forever in this? Another thing, they don't celebrate birthdays. So I didn't have a birthday until I was 19. And don't feel sorry for me though. It's like, I'm never lying about my age, I just sort of forget. Just shave 2 decades off and it's the total truth. I had I don't know if it's a near-death experience when you almost die, but know you're gonna die. So I was eating a cupcake, and I'm really hilarious, and I made a joke in my head, and I laughed so hard that I inhaled. And so, since the Department of Education is being dismantled, let's go through a little bit of anatomy. There's 2 holes. There's one for air and talking, and a second one for food and semen. So I told that joke on tour, and someone goes, gross! I don't make the law, I just follow it. So it's down my air hole, and I take a drink of water, and suddenly the water is down my air hole, and I'm dry drowning. But that caused spasming, so I sort of gave myself the Heimlich, and everything came out. So I'm alive, which is really sad, because my obituary could have read, comedian dies laughing. Okay, So this is how we're ending the night. I've never done this before, and this may be my last comedy routine ever, so we're in it together. It's fine. This is a true story. There is an Italian artist who came up with an invisible sculpture and sold it for $18,000. And I brought it here tonight. I might have cracked it when I brought it up, but I'm pretty sure it's insured. Shh. And I have also, if you look underneath your seats, I have provided all of you with my own invisible sculpture to take home with you this evening. Have a great night! Thanks for laughing. Oh, I forgot what I did with the mic. I was so busy making sure the invisible sculpture was. Be careful.
All right, is that sculpture still up here?